Okay, in this video, I want to talk about the anatomy of gang stalking and gang stalking tactics. This video is going to be a little bit lengthy, but I do want to kind of get through and give you some examples. These are all examples that I've experienced personally. I started out my last video talking about Ted Gunderson and his document regarding gang stalking. Here it is. You see it on the screen here. But then after that, I gave you some examples. Here's one where you can see firsthand being followed by someone with the one headlight or fog light, right lower fog light. And then the person passed me up here, as you can see on the screen, the person passing me up. And I just began to follow to try to get some type of license identification or something like that. And you can see the person clearly running, which to me, it implicates guilt. Obviously, there's some sort of conspiracy to try to intimidate and cause fear. Now, here's another example of gang stalking. Notice the car here on the right, or the truck here on the right, with the tarp hanging out the back. You notice that tarp is flapping in the wind, but you notice it's conveniently tied to cover the license plate. If you'll notice here, I think I get a close-up shot here. You can see here that this tarp is blowing in the wind, but you can't see the license plate. Also notice this semi. You can see the license plate number here. This gentleman in this semi truck is going to get behind me and sort of try to wedge me in and turn on his bright lights. The basis of most gang stalking tactics is to try to create frustration and also to try to affect the person to the point of literally controlling their mind through fear. And as I'm driving down the freeway, I was driving for a couple 100 miles. So these cars were obviously, I mean, we're all on the freeway together, but I just noticed that they continued to stay up with me and they continued to stay near me. And you can see here the semi truck. I got a side view of it, but as I followed, as I got in front of it, notice it pulled up behind me. You can see clearly the bright lights, very bright lights. I'm shooting with my cell phone recording. I immediately put on brakes. I got behind this FedEx truck and pulled over to the right, thereby allowing him to pass. And you can see him passing here. This would go on several times. I was only able to get one occurrence here as I'm traveling on this interstate. But this is, in fact, the semi. I'm just sort of rolling a sequel of the same video. Okay, so that was one example. Here's another example during the daytime. You'll notice this truck passing. It's a rather large truck, but as I freeze frame the video here, you can see the front bright lights. I want to do it again here and freeze it. You can see there are clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bright lights in the grill, mounted in the grill. It's very hard to see how bright they are in this video, but they were extremely bright that day. Another example is, and this example you'll see a lot, is the vehicles with the one light, one headlight. Here you can see the center vehicle out of the three. You can see the one headlight clearly there. You'll see that a lot in this video. I'm not sure what that means, but you'll see it a lot. Here's another example of a vehicle coming down on a 2-lane highway with one headlight. A lot of the vehicles you'll notice with the one headlight, they either have no front license plate or they have an out-of-state license plate. Here you can see this car has a California license plate, which is where I'm living. Here's another example of one, And as I freeze frame it, you can see the one headlight with no front license plate. These are, in fact, gang stalkers that are all working together. This is organized stalking, and they're very organized, but you know what? I mean, eventually you're going to see it for what it is. The goal is to try to create, like I said, intimidation through gaslighting. Here's another example on a two-lane highway. You can see the truck here with one lower light on. They do, in fact, have a license plate on the front, but over and over you see this example. Here's another one of a minivan making a left-hand turn on a two-lane highway with a double line. Normally you can't make a left turn and cross over the double line like that for obvious reasons. That's very dangerous. But all this person wanted me, this gang stalker wanted me to see is the one headlight. So they stopped and literally created a scene like that. Here's another example, again on a two-lane highway. You can see the one headlight. I think this happens maybe 8 or 9 times a day, every day, every single day. This goes on every day. Here's another clear example of, and I'm rolling this video. You'll notice the slow-mo here. You can see the vehicle on the right there. I'm pretty sure that he's connected to this vehicle now that would come along here. I may be signaling the vehicle that I'm passing, but I see that a lot. I see vehicles on the right, vehicles parked. Here you can see, again, the one headlight, and it appears to not have a front license plate. It appears that way. It's kind of hard to see. But again, this takes place not only every day, but literally 6 or 7 times a day. So here's the one headlight here. This, again, you'll notice that they always use the 2-lane highways, but you'll notice here not only the one headlight, but notice the third car in this string of vehicles here. This third car, clearly their bright lights are on. And, you know, one might say, well, we see people with bright lights on all day, every day. Well, this is a little different. This is a very, very obvious effort to bright a person, to signal a person. And I always notice that they do it on curves a lot too. Here's another car here. And, you know, a lot of these videos, you'll notice the date down on the lower right-hand side. That date is actually the date when this occurred. It's actually time stamped as well as date stamped. Here you can see one headlight vehicle following me. Clearly this was a gang stalker. And notice as they pass me up here, I do a slow-mo. You can see, and I'm just going to freeze frame it here. And you can see the out-of-state license plate. It looks like a Colorado state license plate. So again, either they'll have an out-of-state license plate or no license plate at all. In this next example, I want to play the audio. You'll notice here this person, this gang stalker, sitting here with his lights on, out-of-state license plate. He's sitting right next to me, and I'm trying to make a phone call here. I'm trying to get cell signal, but because of where I live, so I decided to pull up beside him and try to engage him in conversation. I want you to notice the conversation.
How you doing? Do you know the people that go to this this church here?
Nope.
You don't know them? What's your name?
Why are you getting the camera on?
Okay, you'll notice that I asked him, did he know the people that attend the church there? I was sitting out in front of a church, and usually no one really comes out to that parking lot unless they go to that church. He just clearly said he did not know anyone at the church there. And so I want to continue playing the video here, and I want you to notice you can clearly see him telling a lie.
Actually, because I thought you were one of the members here.
Nope.
What's your name?
Bob.
Bob?
Yeah.
Okay, Bob.
Okay, I want you to notice in this next segment of the video that he starts telling me why he's there. I didn't ask him, but he starts telling me why he's there.
No, I'm just up here because I get cell service up here. I live down in the down off the country.
Yeah.
You notice when he starts telling me why he's up there, notice him struggling for thoughts and words. I'm going to run the clip again, and I want you to clearly notice that he's obviously looking for an answer.
Because I get cell service up here. I live down in the down off the country.
Yeah.
So I'm just chilling on my phone.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, man.
Yep. No problem. Take care, Bob.
All right, so you can clearly see him struggling, trying to find an answer. And basically, he said that he lives down off the country. I don't know where that is. I know that area very well, and I don't know where he's referring to. It's obvious that he's telling a lie. You can tell by not only him looking for an answer, but the answer that he did give, and his willingness to just offer information. I want to play the clip again.
I get cell service up here. I live down in the down off the country.
Yeah.
So I'm just chilling on my phone.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, man.
Yep. No problem. Take care, Bob. Bob is a gang stalker.